Okay, we're going to look at another tapping technique now. It's not like a sort of super fast round and round thing, but it's a great lick, and I'm sure you've heard it many times. Okay, what's happening here is we bend a note. In this case, I'm bending the 7th fret G string up a tone, adding some vibrato there, and then I'm taking the finger from my right hand and I'm tapping first of all on the 12th fret. Now, what generally happens here, I know it's a feel thing, which I know doesn't necessarily always help you out, but it really is. You bend up, tap, pull off, release the bend, bend again, and you tap on that 10th fret. Now, regularly, if we were saying in the key of A, where this would fit, that F note wouldn't work out. But we have to bear in mind, we've got to start thinking a little bit differently here, because we're bending this note a tone. So that note would normally be, you know, it would normally be a G if we just played it like that, but because the note is bent, it's an A. And this note is going to be a G, even though it's an F in terms of where it is on the guitar. So what we're really achieving here is this. And we've all heard this. Okay, so what's happening is and then we can start to, you know, build up the speed on it. We can do it slowly. Great thing about a lick like this is so much variation that you can do with it. You can pretty much kind of do it anywhere on the guitar, and it generally sounds okay as long as it's sort of more or less in key. We can even hit that F sharp there and it can sound some good. Or we can speed it up a little bit like that, and we can pretty much do it on any strings that we want. And it's a great lick. And the other one I like to do is get this, well, I got it from Edward, so it's not really mine, but I bend this up as well a tone. Right, we're going to look at a slightly different way of using the technique where we bend up and hit that note. On the thin strings, generally we'll bend up a tone. Then if we want to hear an A note, as we said before, we'll tap 2 frets behind the note. So it will be, you want to hear this note, so we tap there. Okay, now on the bass strings, it's slightly different because we just bend a semitone. So for example, if we wanted to do a lick of this type on the A string, we'd bend a C note at the 3rd fret A string, a semitone like that, and we play on the 11th fret A string, and that would give us an A sounding above our C, or our bent C, should we say. So the only difference is we're playing a semitone behind the note as opposed to a tone. And the typical way that Eddie Van Halen would use a lick like this would be maybe coming down, say. One more time. Or say, for example, it was an E. Say something like this. Just bending that 3rd fret G note. So that's just the difference between the thick strings and the thin strings.